Hi everybody, it's the Soap Man and it's Saturday afternoon and time to make some soap. So before I get started, I want to say something real quick. We have a relatively new member in the community, and actually he's not new to making soap. He's done it a while, but he's relatively new on YouTube, been here a couple of months, and he makes some really nice soap, and there aren't a whole lot of men who do this, so when I see a soapy brother, I just kind of want to give him a good shout out. His name is Camille. He is with Morfosoaps, Morfosoaps, and I'll put a link down below. If you haven't seen him, go check his page out. You're going to love what he does. He does some beautiful soaps. And if you feel like it, give him some of the love that you give me. Show him some of the love and support that y'all give me. I know it means so much to him. It'd mean a lot to him. Camille with Morfosoaps. I'll put a link below. Alright, so I'm going to be on a natural soap kick for a while. Now, last week I did Hot Process, which was, synthetic colors and fragrances. The one before that I did my camouflage soap. These are all natural colors, and lemongrass essential oil. And I have quite a few essential oils, so what I'm going to do today is have four colors. White, which is titanium dioxide, black, which is activated charcoal, red, which is rose clay, and sort of an orange red, which is turmeric. And I'm going to be scenting this with brambleberries, bergamot, however you say it. This smells fantastic. I don't know how it works in soap, don't know how it holds up. I know out of the bottle it smells amazing. So, the hope today is to get this lightly emulsified into 4 containers. I'm going to put the black in one and do it, just put a black layer on the bottom and then sort of a drop swirl with the white, red, and whatever color the turmeric ends up on top. So let's just go ahead and get started. Adding the lye to the oils. Achieve a very light, thin emulsification. Just barely emulsified. Sorry, I have a towel over my work printer. This is my home office and I don't want my work printer to have soap batter all over it. That's all I'm going to do for now. Stir it maybe just a little, just to be certain everything's mixed in. And get this very lightly emulsified soap into 4 containers. And this is another instance, which is almost always the case, where close is good enough. Does not have to be exact. Aside, put our colors in, so I will go ahead and put my titanium dioxide in for my white, and the activated charcoal for the black. Got some clumps at the bottom, but that one's going to get stick blended really well because I want it to set up quickly. My rose clay red in, and my turmeric. I'm going to bring this over here just a minute. If you've never seen what happens to turmeric when it hits the soap batter with lye in it, watch this. Just go ahead and stir this one first and see if it does it like it always does. Look at that beautiful vivid color. Won't stay that, unfortunately. I wish it would. It won't. But look what it does when it hits that light. So let me stir these up a little bit. Get my rose clay in. That's beautiful. Get my black in, which is going to be the base of the soap. Okay, let me go ahead and put in my essential oil. After I make a huge mess, of course. And this amount is just enough for this batch, so I don't really have to measure this out, just have to get approximate on each amount. And let's hit this with a stick blender, because this I want nice and thick. I want it to pour thin, but I want it to thicken up quickly. Okay, so let's get this quickly poured before it sits up on me. Worry not, the excess leftover is not going to waste. I'll clean those up off camera later. Okay. Now actually these are really holding up well, and there's not a whole lot I can do until this sets up, whatever. So I'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Okay, so like 10 minutes later, I think this is finally set up enough that it can support having something poured onto it, yet these are still wonderfully fluid, which kind of scares me. Sometimes that means I did something wrong, but we'll see. Maybe I just got lucky, because these are wonderfully fluid. So I'm going to stir my fragrance in, my essential oil in. Hit it quickly with a stick blender, especially the white. The TD really needs to be hit with a stick blender. And then do my pour. And we'll see how it goes. So hand stir this in to each one. This is the rose clay. And this is the turmeric. I wish it would stay this color, but it won't. Done it enough to know it won't. Seen other people do it enough to know it won't. Alright, let's give these a quick blast with the stick blender. Very quick. They're thickening now, finally. But I kind of like my drop swirls to be relatively thick because the colors just seem to have more definition. So I'm just going to kind of make sure you can see we don't have a huge glare and just slowly drizzle some of my white over. And my red. whatever the turmeric will end up being. And start over. Now what I'm going to try to do, if I'm able, let me just kind of smooth this out. It's still fairly fluid, kind of gelatin-like. What I would like to do, if I can, is get a white layer covering the white on top. If I saved enough, which I may not have. And then these are starting to thicken on me, so it may not work. If I can, drizzle these over the top, which isn't going to work quite the way I wanted. Which is okay. And then take my thermometer and just kind of swirl these in. And off camera, I will let this sit for a minute, spray it with some alcohol, put it to bed, and hopefully seal tomorrow for the cut. So what you're seeing right there is the turmeric, what it looks like now. It won't look quite the same once I cut into it, or once it saponifies. That's our rose clay. So anyway, I'll see you tomorrow for the cut. Alright, thanks for watching everybody. Bye. Okay, so we're back to cut the soap, and as promised, the turmeric did tone down more to its natural color. I went ahead and split it off camera just to speed it up. I have not looked into it yet. This is the first time I'm going to see the inside. And yeah, very, very nice. So let's see what these look like cut into bars. And those colors are all natural. There's nothing synthetic in this soap. That's even the back side that was against the mold, and it looks nice. So yes, I am very, very happy with the way these turned out. So folks, you all have a great week, and I should see you next week for another batch of all natural soap. We'll be doing those for the next few weeks. Y'all have a great week, and I will see you later. Bye.